Hey everybody, this is Pastor Dustin recording for TeamNerdChurch.com. Thought I'd mix it up a little bit for you guys today. We are doing some Sealed Deck. The sound on this computer is a little bit off, so I'm just going to start really cranking the sound on these videos. So if it's too loud for you, turn your sound down. But I thought it would be better to have it be too loud and be able to have you have control over it than to be too quiet and be struggling to hear my beautiful, beautiful voice. So anyway, the first thing we're going to do is just to cut all of the stuff that's absolutely unplayable, and then we'll move from there, so I'll pause it. Alright, so this is the first cut, and all of the colors have just enough bulk to support, and so our next step here is we can't cut a color quite yet, but I will put all of the best possible cards down here up front. And it doesn't look like we have a generally high power level, so we're going to have some pretty good synergy here. Another thing that you didn't see right off the bat is I didn't move it all the way over. We are holding on to a Sidisi, which is probably the best card in this whole thing. And there are several enablers over there to get stuff into the yard. I hate to just rely on one card for a sealed deck, but he's there. Sultai Ascendancy is also pretty good. We've got a decent array of lands here. If we're going to go for the Sultai plan, we do have an Opulent Palace. Let's see what else. Bug, huh? We got two Dismal Backwaters over here that can help us out with that plan a little bit. And really that's about it. So we might end up going 5-color ugly here. But that's what we've got. If you look over here, this stuff isn't great. You got some beef here in the Pine Walker and the Hooded Hydra. And so there's some good green beef, which would help us over here towards having some green in our plan. I've got some solid things just to stall it out. Archers and long shot squads with reach. Parapet also was a nice thing to kind of grind it down. So our green is actually pretty grindy. So now that I say that, I'm looking at that. We have some very slow black kill if we need it. Disowned Ancestors also pretty good on the grindy plan. We do have a Delve card here, which is pretty good with the rest of that stuff. I think that's our only real Delve card though. Yeah, and black. We've got Secret to help us out a little bit. What else? Black, green, and blue. Mystic is an excellent card to stall the game with. We've got a couple of these guys that can flip up and surprise you. Bellstrike is an okay removal, especially if you put on something early. Okay, so I'm actually going to try to build one of those. We're going to see what that looks like first. Alright, so this is what we're looking at. I just went on the Sidisi plan. That's pretty much the way the deck wins, and I am usually reluctant to have this kind of plan, but it comes along with a couple of enablers, like Scheming. You put the top 5 cards of your library into the zone where you get to choose where they go, and so you can just dig for him. If he's not in those top 5 cards, you toss him in the bin. And if one of those 5 cards happens to be just the right thing you needed, then you get that. And so you've got 2 of those. You've also got 2 Scout the Borders, and that actually allows you to draw one of the cards. So with those 4 cards, you've got a fair amount of enablers. I don't have as much Delve as I would like, but you can get a cheap Shambling Attendance, you can get a cheap Scavenger, and I think that's about it as far as the Delve goes. The rest of it's really just slow, grindy kind of stuff. It'll slow you down, especially if it's up in the air. I've got you covered. The Mistfire Weaver can counter things that are trying to get Sidisi. And the Smell Snatcher, that's kind of weird. Target opponent may not partake of said smell. I target the blueberry muffins on the stack. Oh no! So anyway, he can just outright steal it and then turn it around. We've got the Mystic to get through the damage in a slow, grindy game. This flips something up. And we've got a whole bunch of morphs through here, which is really nice. The Hooded Hydra can run away with the game. Archer stalls the air. Ripper can kill one of their guys. I don't have as many black cards as I'd like for him, but I'll probably get to one. Pine Walker helps my guys to untap. The Ascendancy is just another way to get to this, another way to flip guys into the yard. The only thing that I'm really worried about here is decking, and I don't have anything that stops me from getting decked, so I do have to worry about that. Secret gets 2 more into the yard and gets 2 out of their hands. The Parapet helps to actually get a couple damage through in those games. And the Ancestor just comes down early, and if need be, grows to actually be lethal. So we don't really have anything to stop us from getting decked, but we do have an interesting deck. I've never played these colors before, and I've never quite gone all in on the 1 card to win a sealed deck. So we're going to submit this and see what on earth happens.